Let's talk about straight up lies. You're in danger at biker bars. The second you buy a bike, women just start throwing their panties at you. You ain't a real biker if you don't ride a Harley. We're gonna talk about 8 biker myths you shouldn't believe about motorcycles. Let's get into it.
We run the night. We run the night.
Number 1, you'll pull mad chicks just because you ride. Let's kill this myth right here. Riding a motorcycle does not make you Brad Pitt. Does it notch your cool factor up a little something? Yes, but it's like your homeboy's old lady bringing a friend with her that's single. Yeah, the opportunity is there, but if you're busted looking and got no game, you get the same results. Some riders think a motorcycle is an automatic pussy magnet, like you just fire up your V-twin and panties start flying like it's confetti at a strip club. That's not how this works. The cold truth is, some of y'all gotta work on your social skills. I had this problem being very antisocial coming up, but the right woman comes along and I tend to quickly forget how antisocial I am. If you pull up to the bike night dressed like a gas station cowboy, the only thing you're pulling is attention from other dudes with the same dream and a worse bike. The funny thing I've noticed is you get more attention from OGs with gray beards telling you how dope your bike is. A motorcycle exposes your game. It don't give you any. If you got no sauce, she's just gonna tell you how dope your bike is, but if she likes you, she's locked on you and looking forward to holding you tight on that bike. Work on your game, and if you could look down on your arm right now and see bone or nothing but jello, go to the gym. Once you do hit the gym, don't be out here looking like you skipped leg day for your entire life. Don't be big up top and down low look like you got one leg going down in the middle. Shout out to my brother Arson, that's one of his comedic specials right there. Number 2, all bikers are reckless. This one's for the haters with the minivan brains and fast food reflexes. They see one wheelie on the freeway or the pagans in the documentary and suddenly every rider's a menace to society. Like we all wake up, skip breakfast, and choose a felony. Meanwhile, Karen just drifted into 3 lanes because her coffee was too hot. Let's be real, most bikers are more alert, more skilled, and more aware than 90% of people behind the wheel. We ride like the block's hot and every car's unmarked, because in real life you either ride paranoid or you never ride again. But what do they remember? The guy who passed them too fast, the rev bomb outside Starbucks, not the 10 riders who signaled, lane shared like pros, and rode clean all day. We ride with our head on swivel because we have to, while you're arguing with Siri. We're out here dodging potholes, distracted drivers, and people who think blind spots are a conspiracy. Half y'all wouldn't last 10 seconds in our seat. You get scared when the AC blows too hard. Meanwhile, we're out here playing real life Frogger at 80 miles per hour, praying some pickup truck driver isn't drunk and switching lanes. So the next time someone calls all bikers reckless, remind them we're not the ones texting, eating a cheeseburger, and cutting across 3 lanes with no signal. Who do you think is the reckless one? The biker doing 70 with awareness, or the zombie in the SUV with 0 awareness doing 40? Number 3, if you ride a sport bike, you're not a real biker. Let's talk about the myth pushed by the leather vest gatekeepers with more patches than mileage. They look at someone on a sport bike like it's a fidget spinner with wheels. Let's be real, being a real biker ain't about what you ride, it's about why you ride. The jigsaw rider with the matching gloves and track pants, he might not be in a club, but he's out here grinding miles, dodging danger, and keeping the culture alive in his own lane. And these people talk like sports bikes are just toys. Like if it ain't chrome vibrating like a washing machine, it don't count. I'm a Harley guy. I don't ride sport bikes. So this is coming for someone who has done the 1% shit at the highest level. And I still feel this way. Let's be real. Your VIN number doesn't determine your street cred. Acting like someone on 2 wheels, facing the same dangers, ain't earned the same respect as you just because their fairings are plastic instead of metal. Yeah, they look like Power Rangers sometimes. Gotta smash on y'all a little bit. But the point is, sport bike riders rep hard too. They might not pull up to your clubhouse, but they roll deep in their own world. And let's not act like they're soft. One wrong move at 180 and you're picking bones out of a guardrail. I just look at it as a different subculture of people doing the same thing we love to do. Real quick, if you enjoy MC Culture content, smash the like and the subscribe button. And give me a pound wherever you're from. And get your Ghostavelli mask, shades, Demons Row snapbacks in all colors, tank tops, crew necks, track races. We got it all. And you can get it on www.demonsrow.com. Let's get back into it. Number 4, loud pipes save lives. This one right here, Biker gospel turned into biker excuse. Can it save lives? Yes. But if drivers become zombified, they'll still take your life. Let's keep it a stack. By the time a car hears your open exhaust, you already passed them. You ain't saving lives, you're just scaring chihuahuas and setting off alarms in Target parking lots. And look, I love a good rumble. That's part of this culture. Feeling your pipe shake your soul. But let's not act like decibels equal defense. Loud pipes don't stop blind lane changes. Loud pipes don't protect against the driver texting in their group chat. You really want to save your life? Ride smart, stay seen, keep that throttle hand sharp and your mirrors sharper. Because that rap sound means nothing when she's arguing with her baby daddy on the phone. And half the dudes screaming loud pipes save lives couldn't ride quiet if they tried. They're the same ones with the ball tires, no signals, and the death wish, blaming the exhaust for their bad decisions. Loud pipes can help you get noticed, sure, but don't treat them like some magical force field. It's not a siren, so don't 100% rely on it. Number 5, it's always the biker's fault in a crash. This one right here is the media's favorite bedtime story. Anytime there's a wreck, before they even sweep up the fairings, the motorcyclist was speeding, weaving, and wearing all black like a GTA character. Meanwhile, Becky was changing playlists, eating Chick-fil-A, and turning left like she owned the damn intersection. But guess who gets blamed? Us. Always. Because to them, if you're on 2 wheels, you must be reckless. I disagree. We're just not wrapped in 3-ton steel ego like y'all. Let me tell you something. Riding a motorcycle is like being on parole. You could be completely innocent and still get blamed for anything. Car cuts you off, you should have seen it coming. Truck merges into your lane, you were probably in their blind spot. Alien craft lands on your gas tank, well, you chose to ride a motorcycle. They always treat us like we asked for it, like riding is some type of death wish. But the truth is, we're some of the most alert people on the road. We ride like everyone's drunk, blind, and texting, because most of them are. But here's the real reason why they blame us. We don't fit the victim narrative. We're loud, we're fast, we look dangerous, and that's what makes us the villain in every crash report. But tell me this, why is it always the biker's fault when the biker is the one with the most to lose? Number 6, you gotta be in a club to be a real biker. This one's for the patch snobs, the dudes that treat their vests like it's a VIP pass to manhood. The ones that use it like a crutch. They say you ain't a real biker unless you're in a club. Oh, word, so the moment you slap a patch on, you become real. Some clubs are real, some are not. The brotherhood, the structure, the respect, it can all be real, but it can be fake too. But this myth that you're patched in, you're some kind of part-time poser. No, some of the greatest riders I've ever met got no patch. They ride more than anybody. Just miles and stories. Being a real biker ain't about the cut on your back. It's about the man and that machine. You put in the time, you bled, you froze, you broke down in the middle of nowhere with no signal and no help, and you had to fix something with zip ties. Meanwhile, half the dudes yelling you gotta be in a club ain't even active. Their vest tighter than their throttle hand. They think that leather makes them a legend. Truth is, clubs are a choice, not a requirement. Some love the structure, some need that brotherhood. Others, they ride solo because they don't answer to no one but the asphalt and that throttle. And don't get it twisted, being solo doesn't mean being disrespectful, but it also doesn't mean being invisible. So let me know in the comments, what do you think a real biker is? Number 7, you can't ride in the winter. Now listen, just because you get cold when the weather drops below hoodie levels doesn't mean the throttle stops working. The road don't close just because it's wintertime. Winter riding, if you're not in a club, doesn't make sense if it's not mandatory unless you really love it. You do it for enjoyment. There's no necessity. But I remember a time where things were rough and I only had a bike and I would ride in low 30s. I remember a time when I was going to work and I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. Like I was going to end up in the hospital, but I got there. It was really rough, but I had no choice. I had to do it for a couple of months. I'm from the Bronx, but my DNA is Puerto Rico. So I'm at a place in that freezing cold. But some like to scrape the frost off their mirrors, layer up like a SWAT team, and hit the ignition when their oil feels like molasses. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been through it. Shades fog, snot frozen, and still smiling. Think about the Vikings. They didn't stop sailing because the water was cold. A lot of bikers don't let the weather decide when the spirit rides. Is it harder? Hell yeah. Do you gotta respect the road more? 100%. But don't confuse discomfort with danger. The cold ain't what kills you, it's your lack of preparation. Number 8, Biker bars are dangerous unless you're in a club. Let's kill this biker myth that walking into a biker bar solo is instant death. Like the second you touch that doorknob, the record scratches, every patch turns and stares, and some dude named Tank starts polishing brass knuckles. It's not Hell Ride, it's a $2 draft night, and the jukebox is playing Skinner. The truth is, biker bars are not dangerous unless you are. You roll in with territory patches you don't understand the meaning of, staring too hard, talking too loud, acting like you know people like that. That's the number one thing. Don't act like you know people like that. If you do stuff like that, yeah, you might have an issue. But if you walk in cool, nod your head, order a drink, and mind your business, you're just another rider enjoying a cold one. Nobody's checking for you. The people who scream biker bars are dangerous are usually the ones that ain't never stepped foot in one. They watch too many Gangland episodes, and now they think every pool cue in the place is a weapon. The truth is, most of these bars are chill. Half the time, it's just old school riders talking about busted knuckles and lost friends. But you wouldn't know that if you're too busy letting Vice tell you what danger looks like. Biker bars are not scary clout chasers in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's scary. You don't need to be in a club to walk in. You just need to respect the space. And we're not talking about a clubhouse here. We're talking about a biker bar. Don't be a peacock. Don't touch nobody's vest. Don't flirt with nobody's old lady. You'll leave the same way you came in, upright and unbothered. But let me ask you this, have you ever stepped into a real biker bar, or are you still scared of ghosts and leather? That's 8 lies about motorcycles, torched, exposed, and laid out on the pavement. If any of these myths had you fooled, now you know better. If you knew them already, you're one of the real ones. Let me know where you're from in the comments and what kind of bike you ride, and thank you for tuning in to Demons Road TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.
Ooh.